Thank you, Honourable Chairperson. I think firstly, to start with Honourable Redling-Hayes' question about why there was a 2-month delay. In the first instance, I think it's appropriate to mention that the people involved in the investigation initially in February, March 2016 have all left and gone to SAPS. One is sitting there at the back. They've all gone. And as Mr. Sissoko said earlier, there was no real investigation that took place. In fact, there is, because of lack of resources, we can't continue. There's clearly attempts by the investigators then of IPID to derail the investigation. But that's for another day. We'll deal with that later. Much has been made by Dawood's intercepted SMSs and so on, and meetings with former Hawks members and so on. I must just say for the record, and something I haven't told anyone before until now, I met with General Phahlane while this investigation was going on. And the investigation was put together by a former Hawks person, Sibia, in which General Phahlane attempted to ask me about the investigation against him. And I refused. He might want to comment about that. So just to give you an idea, you can't cast aspersions. You open the door about former Hawks members, and then you ask them to set up meetings with me. So General Phahlane received a bravery award for a so-called attack on him, which took place in 2016. Different people who saw it on YouTube will come to different conclusions. But the issue here, there was no Mabula team.
Chairperson, no, point of order.
Appointed after that.
No. We can't continue on this way. It's totally irrelevant, the remark. With great respect, it is this type of attitude that we are in the situation we are. To make a remark to say everyone who saw it on YouTube have different opinions, it's irrelevant. It's mudslinging here. And really, this is Parliament. The people are looking up at Parliament to solve the issue. And may I ask, Chairperson, that the persons restrain from personal remarks, as you said. Thank you.
Yeah, if I'm given just a chance. During that incident, which I referred to, there was no Mabula team appointed. The Mabula team, so there was no real concern about the threat. The concern of threat only came in when IPID really started investigating at that stage. So that's the point I'm making. Now, executive authority, Honourable Chairperson, yes, we've written letters. We've written 2 letters to Minister Ntlego. We've written 1 to Minister Mbalula, and we've written 1 to the President and to the appointing authority. It must be remembered, however, Acting Commissioner Phahlane is not the National Commissioner, he's acting. Sometimes he leaves the country, goes out, someone else is acting. So it's not like he has to be there. He can step aside. So he's not the National Commissioner. So it's not the same process of removing. For much less, previous National Commissioners have been suspended. For much less, for less allegations, they've been suspended and dealt with and gotten rid of quickly. Here we see an ongoing matter, going on and on and on and on. And the issue about the media, well, I can't stop the media from saying what they want to. General Phahlane went to the media. So, in any event, the way I understand it, the media is free in this country.
Chairperson, point of clarity on this issue?
Honourable.
You see, that's my problem. I know the media can report whatever they want. My question was specifically, for instance, when they arrived at the house of the news, why? It's quite clear the media must have been informed if there is a lack of understanding of what I'm asking.
Thank you for the clarification. Let's go to the ED. Thank you.
Thanks. So, just in terms of the so-called threat, or a breach in security was not reported to the police protection services at all. No. It was reported to Mabula's team. Very different to what the standard procedure is when there is a breach of security. There is a whole process which is involved, an SOP that kicks in. So this threat has been used to delegitimize the IPID investigation. Allow the investigation to continue, to run to completion. Why must it be nipped in the bud? One of the issues for which I've been charged for now is because I asked Ngube, who gave you instructions to come from Northwest to Gauteng? You're based in Northwest. What are you doing here questioning my investigators in IPID building about their investigation? He refused to answer. That to me is an indication of a sinister motive. Why would a senior brigadier in the police service, especially appointed by the acting commissioner, not want to say who gave him instructions to come to another province where he is not deployed? Why would that be necessary? In line with what the honorable members were asking. I just try to answer the honorable members' questions. Honorable Molebatsi, I dealt with that question now. Oh yeah, who is Paulo Sullivan? Paulo Sullivan is a South African citizen with dual or maybe more citizenships. Paulo Sullivan has provided information on a number of occasions to IPID. We agree with some things he does, we don't agree with others. We don't agree with his attitude, we do things differently, but he did provide information to us. And yes, he did help with some of the statements. Of the 67 statements on the Phahlane investigation, 3 came to IPID with the complaint during the period when we were suspended, and 3 he assisted in drafting, out of 67, so a total of 6. So Paulo Sullivan's assistance to the investigation has been minuscule. But in the time that he did assist, because let's remember where it comes from, POP crew went to Paulo Sullivan. POP crew members who are still being victimized today by Phahlane. Some have even been dismissed, some have been transferred, some have won their cases in the labor court after they laid these complaints about the defective forensic equipment and materials.